If you're enjoying these late models on the Atomic Power Racing Hour, you need to be there in person. The Go Nuclear Late Model Challenge Series is coming to a track near you with all the dirt-flinging, side-by-side racing, and bumper-to-bumper action that you can handle. Come see the cars and stars of the Atomic Power Racing Hour as they battle for bragging rights. Time's running out on the 2012 season. Catch the Go Nuclear late models before the final checkered flag falls. Catch the series at Brighton Speedway for the Great Crate Race Saturday, September 8th.
The field is back under caution here at Mohawk International as the incident for Rob Mason flipping over his number 68 is still being cleaned up. The rollover did cause some liquid to spill onto the track, so the cars are running in that groove before we go back to green flag racing. 5 laps are complete in this 30-lap feature with our onboard driver, Dale Caswell, out in front of the pack, but still, plenty of racing is left to be done. Now, unfortunately, we do not have a great angle on what caused the incident, so our intrepid pit reporter, Greg Byraj, tracked down Rob just a moment ago to get a first-hand report of what happened to flip him over and draw the red flag.
Rob Mason, things ended a little bit early for you. What happened?
Well, I was going into 2 and got a little loose. The car came around and somebody got into me.
And just do the one roll onto the roof, or did it go over more than once?
Oh, just once. It was slow motion. He just drove right underneath me and flipped me over, so.
So you're feeling okay anyways, other than the bent up race car?
Yeah, hopefully we get it back together for tomorrow night's race, and it'll be all right.
Once again, good to see that Rob is okay. He not only races the number 68, but he also works on and prepares a host of other late models, many of whom are still in competition and only 1 lap away from getting back to racing. And now, back to Rich Bleck.
Just 5 laps into this 30-lap feature, so with 25 laps left to go, you still have more laps to be run than what these drivers are accustomed to at their weekly Saturday night facility in many cases. That's good news for some of the drivers that have been on the move early on. Phil Potts from 12th to 5th. Greg Bellier started back in position number 7. Joe Hall has gone from 10th up to 4th in the opening laps. But the front row remains the same. Dale Caswell is the leader. He chooses the outside lane for the restart. We spoke earlier about how we like that. As they come back to green, Tim Sears gives them a big run on the inside of the racetrack. Sears unable to get the momentum, though, through turn number 1 and 2, and Caswell's back out in front. Battle on for 4th. Joe Hall out of Hastings, New York, up on the top of the racetrack in the 44. Phil Potts down on the inside. Again, he has that car working perfectly off of turn number 4. A real critical point of the speedway, because turn number 2, you can sweep around the backstretch and not have to worry about your car being as free or as tight. Charlie Sandercock loses a few spots as Brandon Kidd in the 14 goes down to the inside. Charlie Sandercock able to fight him off, though, and 57 is back around the outside of Kidd and A.J. Kingsley. Now in exchange for position number 3, Phil Potts continues to move forward, heating by heat race winner Sean Beardsley. Throw Greg Bellier into the mix. Bellier restarted in 7th. He is now up in position number 5. Caswell continues to be the race leader. Running in 2nd, Tim Sears Jr. Potts now up to 3rd. 4th is Beardsley, and right behind him, Greg Bellier. The Canadian campaigners of Potts and Bellier. Both drivers hail from Frankfurt, Ontario, and they are on the move. Running back right now, spot number 7, Rick Miller and A.J. Kingsley. Kingsley started this feature in 12th as we've got a spin. Matt Vanderlinden in the 09 comes around in turn number 1 and 2, and the caution will fly once again. Vanderlinden of Trenton, Ontario was going for a top 10 spot when he came around.
It's hard to tell whether contact aided the 09 in his spin. Earlier, I talked to the rookie about his transition from a UMP modified to a late model.
Yeah, they were definitely a little bit different. Same geometry and stuff, but just all around different.
I've talked to guys who have made the switch. They say you got to get used to going in a lot deeper than you did with the modifieds. Are they right?
Yeah, you definitely have to drive these things in harder, and the harder you drive them, the better they work.
Changing divisions is never easy, especially when there is just enough similarity to make it confusing. Thankfully, no damage in this spin, though, as Matt has already rejoined at the tail of the field, so next time, racing will resume. Once again, here's Rich.
Now a third of the way home in this feature event, 10 down, 20 more laps left to go, so we go double file once again, and you've seen it in the opening laps. drivers that have a good balanced setup on their late model, able to get the drive off the corners, particularly turn number 4, where the wall comes into play a little bit quicker. When they come off of turn number 2, more of a sweeping backstretch, not as much of an issue to make sure the momentum is kept up. With these crate power plants, momentum is critical. And the drivers that have found it are right now in row number 2, Phil Potts and the 25 of Greg Bellier. They are sitting 3rd and 4th behind Tim Sears and Dale Caswell. Again, the R19 is the race leader, but Sears with a good restart, coming back to green. Sears down in the bottom lane, but still the momentum is not strong enough. Caswell fighting hard on the outside, and Dale Caswell once again takes the race lead. Sears going to fight back hard on the bottom of the racetrack, unable to do so off of 4 though, as the top 2 stretch it out. Sean Beardsley right now, the black and blue 18 runs in 5th. And how about A.J. Kingsley? Up 8 spots in the opening 11 laps into spot number 6. Battle on for 3rd. Greg Bellier dives to the inside, and a slide job off the corner. Greg Bellier has the 3rd position. What a move by the driver that started back in spot number 7, sat in 7th on the lap 5 restart, and since then has gone straight forward. You see the top drivers rising through the pack and showing their worth as we have an issue for Kyle Sopaz. Sopaz, the Canadian in the number 12, spins it around with 12 laps home, and the yellow flag is out once again.
It has been a tough night for Kyle as he takes his helmet off and is done for the night. We're not, though, so don't go anywhere as the conclusion of this feature is on the other side of this break here on the Atomic Power Racing Hour.